It's Frank the pilot with question and answer time. Do you have any questions to ask an airline pilot?
The autopilot does everything, right?
The autopilot is helpful for many things during flight, but you'd be surprised how much time we pilots are flying the airplane without the autopilot. Many times I hand-flown the airplane without the autopilot to 18,000 feet and did the landing without the autopilot. In fact, you need to pilot a minimum of 7 minutes on every flight, even if the autopilot's working great.
What is that loud sound after landing?
That loud, powerful force noise is the thrust reversers. The thrust reversers help the aircraft slow down by redirecting the thrust of the jet engines.
How do you find the airport, and how do you navigate?
It's complicated, but if your smartphone can provide navigation directions to Joe's Pizza, imagine that the jet's sophisticated navigation system can navigate you around the world in good weather and bad weather. These modern jets are equipped with the best navigation systems you can possibly imagine. Internal navigation radio systems, global position systems, Earth reference systems.
Do you fly in bad weather?
Bad weather? When it's safe, we do. My landing minimums was as low as 300, and 0 RVR, meaning I'd flying at 180 miles an hour at 50 feet above the ground, which is like a 5-story building. I would have to decide, do I see the runway and can I land, or do I have to do a go-around and go someplace else?
How long have you been flying?
I took my first introductory flight lesson while enlisted in the United States Air Force at age 20, living in England. And I've always wanted to be a pilot ever since that very first space shuttle launched into space on May 12, 1981.
Did you fly in the military?
I flew while in the military, but I did not fly for the military.
How fast are we going?
I always say 600 miles an hour, and sometimes, depending on the winds, that's the correct answer. People have experienced traveling in cars at 60 miles an hour, so I say just times that by 10.
How high are we?
Not high enough, but probably at 35,000 feet, which is about 6 miles above planet Earth. We'd like to fly as high as we can because it's more efficient, but it's based on the type of the aircraft and the weight of the aircraft.
You ever hear funny stories by passengers or other crew members?
We hear only the best stories, but you will have to show me your pilot credentials for me to reveal one of those stories to you. But wait, here's one I think I can tell you. One time I was sitting in a passenger seat in uniform, going to work. And you know the person next to you, they always want to talk about something. One time, this lady was giving me a song and a dance, and going on and on and on and on. And then finally she admitted, you know, I'm afraid of flying. And I turned to her and I said, so am I. And that was the end of the conversation.
Were you flying the plane?
No, I was sitting as a passenger in uniform.
While in uniform, do you get cautious looks from the general public?
There are times when they are eyeing every move I make. While in the airport, at the gate in uniform, they're probably thinking, is he the pilot of my flight? And what is he doing here? Shouldn't he be in the cockpit? While in uniform and my pilot ID badge in obvious plain view, they would come up and ask, are you a pilot? Duh. One time, I was standing outside a JFK airport in my Flying Tigers pilot uniform, and this posh lady comes up. She hands me a $5 tip. She thought I was the sky cap, and I was supposed to get her bags.
Do the cargo pilots use the same runways as the passenger pilots?
Do you drive your car differently when you're carrying friends or family versus carrying groceries or heavy lumber or a delicate lamp? Do you use a different road to get home? I hope I've cleared up a few inquiries for you. Even though at times we think we're big-time, cool pilots, we're big-headed eagles, pilots are not larger than life. We are people too. Send some more questions and we'll do this question and answer time again with Frank the pilot. Enjoy the day, if not the night.